Very good morning to all. In this session, we're going to discuss about UDP. UDP is User Datagram Protocol. Before discussing about UDP, we discuss about what is a protocol. A protocol is a set of rules for formatting and processing the data. This protocol used in IP layers. Here, UDP, which performs a communication protocols as well as which is unreliable as well as connectionless in nature, which applies process to process communication model for data exchange between the devices. This UDP lies at the top of the transport layer protocol. Transport layer applications, we say this data which transfer from one end to another are called as an UDP packets. These UDP packets are encapsulated with help of IP packets, and finally these IP packets will route to the respective destinations. UDP and TCP runs on the top of the IP. Here UDP, which is a connectionless and unreliable protocol. TCP is connection oriented as well as reliable protocol, which we already discussed. UDP perform process to process communications, while TCP perform host to host communications. Now we're going to discuss about UDP header. This UDP datagrams, which is encapsulated in the IP address, IP datagrams that will be transferred from source to destinations, which we already discussed. Here, this UDP datagram contains UDP header and data. This UDP header, which contains source port, destination port, length, and checksum. The source port contains 16-bit and destination contains 16-bit, length contains 16-bit, and checksum contains 16-bit. The source port, which is used by the process running on source host, which is a 16-bit long, and port number can ranges from 0 to 65,535. Similarly, destination port used by the process running on the destination host, it is also a 16-bit long. The length, which is in a 16-bit, that field defines the total length of the user datagram plus header. It also defines a total length in the range of 0 to 65,535 bytes. And checksum is an optional we can use for error, which is used to detect the error. By using this various field, which is encapsulated in the respective IP datagram suite, and we will send the suite to the datagrams to source to destinations. This diagram indicates that source and destinations. There are two processes performed, that means request and response. Based upon request and response, the sender and the receiver will transmit the data. In case of TCP, what will happen? The connection is established as the first. After establishment of the connections, uh, we will send the data, that means packets. Those packets also, which is in the form of in a splitter, that packet will be traversed toward the respective routes and it will reach us to a destination. In this case, what will happen in UDP protocol? The packets in the various size and it will traverse to various routes and finally it reaches to the destinations. The packets are maybe arrive late, or some cases queue may be overflow. So in this case of destination side, we cannot able to guarantee the packets whether it is received or not. That is a main drawback in this case, as well as the flow control and error controls are absent in this case. So in TCP, what will happen? Flow control and error control plays a major role. So that what will happen? We get packets or the respective manner. In case of here is flow control and error control absence. So that what will happen? The packet may be arrive late, or some cases overflow occurs. Some cases retransmission will be sent from the respective source that will be reaches late. In case of what will happen, the sender side, those packets will be in the form of an encapsulator. In receiver side, what will happen? We want to decapsulate it. No, so by decrypting it, once the respective packet are replacements, the entire decryption process will be wait for few more minutes to get the original messages. There's a drawback that exists in the UDP. But as a major limitation said here, unreliable connection delivery services, as well as lost, delay, duplicate, or can be out of the order, as well as does not provide any acknowledgement or flow control mechanisms. In TCP, what will happen? The acknowledgement will be sent by the respective package, whether it reaches to the destination or not. But in case of UDP, that acknowledgement or flow control mechanism are not there to handle this, avoid the conjunctions. These are the process involved in UDP. Thank you.